Hey guys, just wanted to show you around Melbourne. We are on our way to Sundowner. If you watched not my last video but the second last video, I went to Geelong and I attended a Geelong show, a revival show, so it was really nice. So this is they're the same organizers, and yeah, I thought you in the meantime, as I go, you guys, you can come and with me just to see seeing the roads, the Victoria roads. So these are Victoria roads. We're on the traffic. There's always traffic. Well, traffic lights are, I guess, a normal thing too. But I wanted to show you around Melbourne because I talk about Melbourne a lot, but not a lot of people actually have ever know how Melbourne is. So we're in the suburbs. Are we going through the city?
No.
Okay, we're not going through the city, but we're going about an hour.
A bit over an hour.
A bit over an hour, not 2 hours. So if you can get going. Why is it dark on that side? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guide. Okay. So let's get going. That's Ivy singing in the background. So that's a shopping center over there. So we just passed the shopping center. So shopping centers in Australia will look like this. That's Ivy in the background. She's not happy singing. Oh God. Okay, she's ruining my life. Hi, Ivy.
Sorry?
Can you reach out and give it to me?
Not while I'm driving.
Oh, that's better. So most suburbs look like this in Melbourne. I got a like, which is good. And that's a gym. Oh, I don't know if you can see. So we have a few of the 24-hour gyms in Melbourne because people work 24-hour. I mean, people work during the day, so it makes sense for the gyms. People won't go to the gym when it's time to it's time to work. So we have a lot of 24-hour gyms, and this is a typical. We have a post office over there, Australian post office. Usually the suburbs would look like this. So these are a typical suburb in Melbourne, which is one of those old suburbs. So they've been here for. So if you can see, there's a train coming up. So I think the train has just passed.
No, just.
Oh, just coming. So the train is coming up. That's why we have stopped. And you see a lot of these that's why I don't like Melbourne sometimes, because trains and trams, a distance of 1 hour, takes you literally 3 hours within the Melbourne catchment area. But if you're on a freeway, it's faster. So we have a lot of those coming up, those building, because it's becoming high density. So there's more people, there's more population. So because of that, we have a lot of units coming up. I don't know if you can see the train. Hopefully the train will come.
The station's right there, so I might just be stopped at the station.
Oh, okay. So Mark said that there's the station over there. So we might just have they're waiting for the train. So this is Melbourne. You just sit and wait for the trains to come. If you're in a rush, you have, every time you travel, you have to give yourself a lot of time. And the reason is trains everywhere. I wish we could just go, but no, there's trains, and there's also a train station. So I think the train is stopping, so we just have to stop. So there's a lot of stopping a lot in Melbourne. The traffic is just, there's not so much traffic in some areas, but a place like this, there's trains. The trains is stopping us, and they'll also be dealing with trams as well, for people who knows trams. Yeah. So still at the stop. What's this place, Max?
What suburb is it?
Oh, I think we're still in. This is not Pascoe, we're past Pascoe.
No, it's Coburg.
This is Coburg. So this is Coburg in what direction is this? What would you say? Oh, the lady is indicating that if you can come in. Yeah, you can come in.
There's the train.
Oh, that's the train up there. Can you see the train? So that's the train over there.
Oh, she's trying to turn around.
Oh, she's trying to turn. So that's okay. She's going the other way. Oh, there's a car behind us. Wow,
Yeah.
that was bold. Okay, the train has gone through, and now the traffic is. We're going to continue going. There's a lot of cars. And here we go. And thanks for everyone who has been waiting, because yeah, this is a live, so I can't actually make it faster. I can't make it any faster, unfortunately. So I'm just showing you around Melbourne suburbs, how the roads are in Melbourne. So we just found this is the railway crossing, so the train had passed, so we had to stop. But this is how Melbourne suburbs are. We find railway road. So that's a train station over here. Yeah. So just going through the Melbourne suburbs. This suburb, I would say rent would be around a 2-bedroom unit or 3-bedroom unit. Rent would be $600, $700, $600, $700, $800 going up. So it's quite expensive. So depending on where you live, how fancy your house is. But I'm just showing you around Melbourne suburbs. You hardly see people walking. Every now and then it's not as crowded. Most of people here drive. So when you come to Australia, the first thing you have to do is learn how to drive. It's an essential. You can see there are no people around. Absolutely no. There's no people. you can see one or two families, I think, just doing walk, like that family in front of us. But you definitely need to learn to drive. So this road over here, it has a tram lines. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to share the tram, the train with the tram. Talk of the devil. There you go. So that's a tram. So you see that a lot. So this road, you share it with the tram. So you need to be able to be comfortable driving on the road, sharing the road with the trams. So again, we are in, I'm showing you around Melbourne suburbs, and here we go. So you can see the tram in front of us. So the roads in Australia, this is how they are. Those are the trams, a tram coming and the tram going. So you have to know when the tram lines, because there are lines indicated for trams, not to cross the line. But you just have to be comfortable sharing the tram or driving, but it's a must, you have to learn to drive. Showing you around Melbourne. So that's an old style tram. There's new ones. So this goes all the way to the city. How far is the city from here, Max? 20 kilometers?
Oh, no, not that far. At least
No.
7 or 8 k's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It takes forever. Yeah, so those are the old trams. But we now have new trams. So the trams are no longer... Oh, wow, there's a mixture. And then we're off the tram lines. So that's the trams. So
It's supposed to be a prison.
which one?
There's a big blue-stone building right here.
Oh, apparently this used to be a prison. So we are these days we're having so many high rises coming up, and the reason is the population is growing, and they need to kind of accommodate the people. But when you're in Australia, the first thing you need to do is learn how to drive. It is a necessity to learn how to drive in Australia. Everywhere, the public transport is not the best. Melbourne has a good public transport, but you have to learn to drive when you come to Australia, definitely. There's few people walking, everyone is driving. And people who are walking, they just live within the area, the catchment area. Yeah, just taking you around Melbourne. So this is our typical, it's Saturday morning in Australia, and we are heading off to one of my why did I say my? Oh, it's not really my, like, you know, activities. We don't like, you know, being home on a Saturday morning or on a Saturday, so we rather spend that time going to events. I think we're out of Coburg now, isn't it, Max?
Yeah, this is still Coburg.
Oh, Coburg is big.
Mm.
Yeah. Actually, Coburg is big. I'm surprised. Oh, surprised. So these are typical suburbs in Australia. But these are the older suburbs. And this is how the roads look like. Nothing special. That's showing you around Melbourne. On my left, we are passing a graveyard, but the graveyard in that's a graveyard. I don't know how much you can see. That's a graveyard, but it's hard to find spots anymore. So that's becoming challenging. Tell me we're out of Coburg, Max.
Yeah, this is Preston.
Okay, now we are in Preston. I know this is technology overload. So I'm just showing you around Melbourne. So we're now at the traffic lights, and this is Preston, one of the suburbs in Victoria. Yeah, just showing you around our suburb. This is a typical suburb. You have to know how to drive. That's the first thing you have to do, to learn how to drive. We have a tram going through, and you have to be comfortable learning how to drive and sharing with the trams and the trains. It's just chaos. I'm from the country and I'm struggling to, you know, to drive in Melbourne. So the suburb is Preston. This is considered a somewhat densely populated area, although it doesn't look like it, but it is. And yeah, there's not a lot of people walking. Today is 27 degrees, which is hot, Melbourne standard. We're still in Preston, and those are people's houses, but this is old suburb. So all the houses here, they're all old, but they're really expensive. And you can't, I don't know if you can see the city from here. A little bit from here, you can see the city, not so much. But you hardly find people driving, walking. And I sound like a broken record, but that's the only thing I can talk about.
If you want to keep repeating yourself, there's a tram depot.
Oh, there's a tram depot. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but that's a tram depot where all the trams come and take a break.
Sometimes the trams aren't in the road.
And sometimes the trams are not on the road. You can see on my right there's a tram line, and you can see a tram over there. So they're separate. So which is good, you know. I wish that could be like that all the time. My phone is getting hot. Can we put on the cool a little bit? Thank you. It's a typical Saturday morning, and we are never just home, to be honest. We are always on the move. So that's a tram stop over there. So if you don't have a car and you want to go to the city, you walk and go and stand where this gentleman is over there, and you wait for the tram. I think I'll be doing these lives, you know, every now and then. I'm sure there's not much to see, but just casual drive.
You're still doing the suburb updates. I think we've just moved into Thornbury.
Okay, so this is another suburb, Thornbury. Thornbury is, we're getting closer to the city, although we're not going to go into the CBD. But on my right, as you can see, that's a tram line. People come in and go, and they drop in, they drop out. Now I have 0 listeners. At one point I had 2. That's the biggest achievement. So what do people want to, anything that you think, any recommendations, suggestions on how to improve Melbourne Wife channel? I'm enjoying it, but I would love to get to listen to people on what they want me to, some of the things that they want, places they want me to visit. We are in Thornbury, a typical Melbourne suburb.
Thornbury is long that way and short this way, so we're now in Northcote.
Oh, I feel like I need to myself to be updated. So another tram stop over there. That's another tram stop, and we're in Northcote. It's a typical Saturday morning. You can see people on the bikes.
Northcote, well, all of these inner suburbs are quite heavy cycling suburbs. Lots of people have bikes, lots of people ride to the city.
Apparently this suburb is a heavy cycling suburb.
The city's right there. So.
And the city is just right there. I have 2 likes. Sometimes I confuse it for people viewing. So this is still Northcote. It's an old suburb but extremely expensive. If you see the building and what the money is worth, it's not worth it. Maybe it's worth it for some people, but not 4th, 6th generation Australians who have inherited who have inherited lots of money. This is to Northcote, and we're going to go to, but that's Charlie Street. Again, I'm showing you around Melbourne. We have high density population, so we are getting a lot of high rises these days or nowadays to be able to accommodate the rising, to keep up with the rising population. Melbourne is one of the most desired cities, actually, because of the good public transport and relatively affordable, believe it or not, it's relatively affordable style of living. So it's a good area, a good place to live. And you always see a lot of people recycling because that's a way to get around. We are still in Northcote, and one of the most densely populated area in Melbourne. But again, because of the high rises, to cope with that, we have a lot of high rises and townhouses. But there's a lot of traffic and the roads are really small. That's why I don't like about suburbs in Melbourne, especially the new ones, the inner city suburbs. So as you can see, we already have traffic. There's always traffic. Oh, someone wants to come in. Go champ. I don't know what's that.
Looks like fresh produce delivery.
Oh. Do you know the history? Is that Italian kind of style building?
No, I don't know.
Because Italians...
Fairly typical Australian construction, I think. That was that style of brick. And using coloured bricks like that was pretty popular in the 80s. I'm guessing that's when that was built.
Yeah, because that looks a bit
tiled
old.
roof.
Yeah.
Look, all these have got tiled roofs. Actually, some of these, like the weatherboard over there, that's probably much older, and the stucco rendered.
Yeah. So this house over here was built in the 80s. So that's bricks. But a house like this one over here, that white one, that one's probably worth 2 million. Can you put it on that for that? Max, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know exactly. Definitely more than one.
Definitely more than one. So you can see it's not the best looking house, but it's old.
Yeah, that's land value, $1 million right there.
Yeah, most of these houses are easily over 1 million, but they're not the best looking houses. So more of the land value where the area, like these houses over here, those houses are over 1 million. but again, it's the land value. So it's land value, the house is over 1 million, and because of the land value, so this area is extremely expensive, but the houses are just not the best looking houses, to be honest. It's the same thing with that our weatherboard house. Again, it looks old, it has been there for years, but it's easily over $1 million over, because it's the land value. So you can, yeah, it's hard for migrant, unless you have that intergenerational wealth where you have inherited a fortune from your parents. It's hard to come here as a first generation and you just,
unless you got a whole heap of money behind you.
Unless you have a whole heap of money behind you, yeah. But most people here who owns houses, it has been passed on from generation to generation. But as a first-time migrant in Australia, it's you have to really, really work hard to keep up. And what do you get? Unless you want to live outside the city, then you can get something like less than $1 million. Cycling, yeah. Cycling is very popular. So again, we're now sharing the tram lines, and this is normal in Melbourne. This is also a high density area, so you see a lot of high rises.
So that might be commission here.
Oh, actually, that's commission house. Yeah, they look like commission houses. Commission houses are low income houses for people who are on low. They're government houses, and the government gives it to people who don't have a lot of money. Is that even a thing?
Well, they don't give it to them.
They rent it to them.
Market value.
Yeah, so they rent it to them. That's a commission house. So it's a government subsidizes those houses to people who are low income earners. I remember in Western Australia where you had an option of buying it after a while. So those are commission houses over there for people who don't earn a lot of money. And in Western Australia, you have the option of actually buying a house. So this is typical Melbourne. You have to have a car. The public transport is good, but it takes a longer time.
Still suburb tracking, this is Clifton Hill.
Okay, so this is Clifton Hill. It's again a suburb in Melbourne. Again, these are one of the old suburbs, and this one has no tram lines. There's no tram lines in this on this road. But again, you can see the city. I don't know if you can see the city. Now we're going to Eastern Freeway. So we had to go through all the suburbs in order to come to the freeways. So now we are about to join the freeway, and here we go 100 kilometers per hour. So we're joining the freeway going 100 kilometers per hour. Yeah, it does, but we have to change it to our car.
Oh, so we can't use it yet? Or-
No,
Okay.
I need to go log in and change the car.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'll do. Remind me, I should do it. And yeah. To Doncaster. I know people have been coming in and out of this live, but I'm going to end it here. Thank you for everyone who has come in and come out. I really appreciate for you to drop in. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to continue this live. And otherwise, this is a freeway heading to Doncaster. Yes, this is Melbourne. So I missed the comments. I apologize. I missed the comments. I feel bad. I didn't even see the comments. I feel bad now. Someone commented, say if this was Melbourne. This is Melbourne, and I apologize. I didn't see the comment. I'm just seeing it now. But this is Melbourne, and we are on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 lanes. And we are going to. What's the name of the suburb?
Springvale.
So we are going to. Oh, should I even give my live location? It's not even.
Well, anyone that knows Melbourne can see where we are.
Yeah, we're going to Springvale. Anyone coming down to the shore, the Sundowner shore? It's really nice. I would definitely recommend people to come. I really feel like life is too short. We should go out more every opportunity we have. I really think so. So continuing there, it would have been a toll road. So we don't have our chip. So we are exiting because we don't want to pay the toll road, or we're not prepared. So we are taking a little detour. That road has been under construction for a very long time over there.
Yep.
There's a road. Is it Broad? It is Broady. Broady. So this is a typical Australia intersections. You see a lot of grass growing in the middle of the road. But I think it's the council. The council is not looking after it. But we see a lot of, yeah. You see a lot of grass growing, but this is supposed to be, it's supposed to be the council to look after it. But yeah, so you see a lot of grass growing in the road because Australia is big and the council probably is not looking after it as well. So we are still here on this intersection. And this is the typical Australia intersections. They all look the same. If you know the roads, But Melbourne is a bit different. We have like the hook turn. That's the only difference. But otherwise, all the roads are the same. So it's easy to learn how to drive here. And the roads are safe. But you have to stick to the speed limit. Oh. So we have been driving, well, this live is 41 minutes. It means that we've been driving for 41 minutes or over. And where we're going is about over an hour. There's a lot of driving in Melbourne. In Australia, we drive a lot, and that's normal for driving. We drive a lot. Most people have cars. Having a car here, it's not a luxury, it's actually an essential. Because look, no public transport. Which suburb is this, Max? Oh, this is cute. This is where Max used to live before we met. We are still in Q, Max.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's close to our house, our place. I feel like we haven't even started moving. So Max, when after high school, he used to live in this area. He loves this area. And this is one of the older suburbs, very developed suburb, Australian standard. So Max used to live here when he finished high school. He came here and he lived here for, how long were you here, Max?
7 years, a long time after high school.
A long time after high school. He was
in my second career by the time I moved here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this is Kew, a typical Melbourne suburb.
Typical top end Melbourne suburb.
Oh, top end, by the way. Mark that word, top end. This is, yeah. This is definitely a top end suburb. What does top end mean? So this is a top end, a Melbourne top end suburb. It means that it's extremely expensive. It's extremely expensive. Houses here, they'll cost you easily, if you don't have $1 million and over, you cannot even, yeah. Don't even bother.
If you want an established house, you'd be well over 2, I reckon.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to retract what I've said. If you need a well-established house, actually, it's going to be $2 million. $2 million to find a house here. So this is a very top-notch area. So you can see on that there was Camberwell coming up, Coreyfield. Yeah, this is a top-notch suburb. This is again one of the, not the most, but one of the most expensive suburbs. These are where the who's who live. This is where the who's who, people with lots of money and they don't know what to do with it. You just come here and you just buy a small house for a fortune. So this is the top-notch area in Melbourne. And that's also, we have areas like Toorak. Toorak is where the old money is. One of the houses in Toorak, Max, which belongs to the Mayas, it was sold for 100 million. Can you believe that? It's seriously, Max. I was like, what? Who has that kind of cash lying around? Who buys a house for $1 million? For $100 million? And it was like any other. I hear it hadn't been sold for years and years and years. In 1920s or something, it hasn't been transferred. So when I had that house in Toorak, anyone who knows Toorak, look up Toorak. The house sold for $100 million, but it hadn't transferred for. It was kept in the family for a very long time, apparently. and it had like a big backyard. Can you imagine having a big backyard in Turak? Like a huge,
I've seen places like that.
yeah.
Backyards, fancy gardens, swimming pools, tennis courts.
Yeah, it has a tennis court, basketball field, everything, and it was $100 million. I was shocked. I think one day I'll make a tour. Max, you take me around and I show people around the top-notch areas, the who and who live. Oh, that's why my dentist.
Yep.
So my dentist is over there. To go to my dentist, I have to travel. Oh, trams, more trams. I have to travel an hour to go to see my dentist. I don't like the dentist much. I come out with my mouth sore. But there's this guy apparently who was the first investor in crypto. He got a few mansion in Turak. So Turak is one of the old money areas. People who have so much money, they don't know what to use. They don't know what to use it for. Yeah, isn't that? Yeah. Anyway, so we're still in the same. We're still in the same area, Max, or are we out? Suburb, yeah.
No, this is. I'm not sure if this is Camberwell or Hawthorne. I think it's
Camberwell. So this is Camberwell. It's hard to keep up because you're moving. So we are in Camberwell. Again, you have to be comfortable sharing. There's a tram lines. We have to be comfortable sharing tram lines when you're driving. And I struggle with that. So this is Camberwell. We have a lot of, I've seen a lot of churches, but no one goes to church anymore. I think people have so much money, they don't even go to church. I know it sounds so bad. Churches that have been turned into places where you go for like op shops. Yeah, I saw one. Like
they sell clothes.
Yeah, they opened some part of the section where they sell clothes, op shops. But people, they turn into offices. You see that house over there? These days, that's how they are built. The houses look like that. But this is Camberwell, typical Australian suburb. And as I was saying, churches, no one goes to churches anymore. People are detached from anything, yeah. People are no longer religious. People, I think money changes people. So we're still in Camberwell. So you can see there's a car over there and there's a tram line. So and you have to bypass it. It gets really confusing driving. And we have a tram coming. So you have to share the cars, the road with those trams. And for me, that makes me nervous. I won't lie. I love that building. I think that's so cool. That's beautiful. It's a typical Saturday morning and I feel like we work so hard and it's not good to just stay at home on a Saturday. It's good to get out. Okay, this is an established old suburb. Do you see even the architecture? Look at that architecture. So new suburbs, you don't see this anymore. You don't see those kind of buildings. Yeah, the new suburbs, you don't see those kind of buildings. So this is a very old When do you think this was built?
Probably late 1800s.
So this was like late 1800s. So these suburbs were built late 1800s. So the architecture you see is, I think, preserved. So you cannot come and demolish it and put up your stuff. So these are very, very old, you know, old suburbs. And you find a few, but not the new ones. You can see how small the roads. So a road like this is small. Share it with the tram and the cars and the double parking of cars. So it's really, really small. So this is like a trading center, you come and shop here. There's a lot of activities happening. So this is like a trading center. Saturday morning, Melbourne. I know my viewers are all over the world, so maybe some people are still on a Friday night. So here people are crossing. You need to stop. As Melbourne is always cold, so it's good to see people dressed like that, because here you see people actually, now that you see people, because this is a town. It's good to see people dressed like that and just enjoying their lives. I've seen Priceline. Priceline is a pharmacy. But still in Melbourne, I like that house, that high rise. So you see, old meets new. They can't demolish the old. Like, I don't know, is that a church? I think it was a church they turned into the Meat and Wine Co. That one in front of us. What's that one?
It says a bank.
That's the bank?
It was a bank, the Melbourne Wine Co.
Oh, it was it?
Yeah, look, it literally says bank above Melbourne Wine Co.
But where is it, that architecture? So the old meets new. There's, because of the high density, you now see these high rises, not high up, but you see like that. And we're still in Camberwell. Still in Camberwell. You see those overhead lines? Those are the electricity for the trams. I don't know anyone seeing those overheads. Australian roads. We're in the middle of the summer. We're in the middle of the summer, and people are dressing up. The people are starting to dress a little bit with you know, less heavy, not as heavy as, because Melbourne gets really cold. What's the? Oh, I'll show you this side. Some streets. How much do you think, Max, the houses here?
Yeah, there's probably $1 million houses as well.
Isn't this close to Camberwell? Isn't that close to Turak?
Yeah, Turak's the next suburb, kind of over that way.
So Camberwell, if you want to live here in Camberwell, you need about you need to have $1 million
If you want a house.
if you want a house. So if you want to have a house, traffic is typical in Melbourne. So you cannot run away from traffic, unfortunately. I like how houses these days they have they have that greenery. I like how they do it, so that it's not a concrete jungle. It is a concrete jungle, but with a twist.
With a little bit of actual jungle.
With a little bit of actual jungle, yeah. I like that. And those are heat-resistant plants. The irony is they might be fake. I hope they're not.
Probably not.
I really hope they're not, because that will piss me off if they're fake. So we have houses like high-rises, apartments popping out to cope with the population. Fish and chips shop. And this is the Melbourne physio. Yeah, we have apartments popping up like those to cope with the increasing population. You have the Australia Post. Melbourne. Oh, Turak Road. Oh, Turak is over that way.
Yep.
Why do they call it Turak City? Oh, they meant the town.
No, you can go to Turak. If you go through Turak, you'll go to the city.
Okay. That makes sense. Which kind of cars, Max? I don't want to speak to everyone. What kind of cars do people drive in Australia?
In Australia, I think Toyota's the most popular. Mazda's becoming more popular recently.
There have been a lot of cars from China, because we no longer manufacture cars. So someone has to fill that void. Yeah, so
Ford and Holden closed up their manufacturing in the last 20 years or so.
Yeah. So Australia doesn't manufacture cars anymore. The last one was Holden. So we've been getting a lot of cars from, but Hyundai, isn't Hyundai Korean?
I'm not sure if it's Korean or Japanese. It's an Asian.
I think Hyundai, it's a Korean, and we've been seeing a lot of Teslas as well. But Australia is the how do you think the electronic cars are being received?
Well, I think range anxiety is a real thing in Australia with electric cars. Like if you either live regionally or travel regionally semi-regularly, once you get out of the cities, Australia's a big place.
Yeah.
So, I think the electric cars are only people who live in the city and rarely leave the city.
Yes, yeah. I didn't see. This is Doncaster.
No, we need Doncaster now.
Oh. No, I was just reading the signs. So we've been avoiding the toll road. But I was talking about electric cars. I feel like they're really good. Like I like the Tesla ones. And they are affordable. It's just that it will be hard to keep up. Because you have to find the anxiety of finding where to charge your car. So I imagine this is another freeway. So where I'm going, it's a show and it has a lot of old cars. And I love cars, and there's also fashion, and why not? It's a bit of a distance, but we travel a lot. That's why you have to have a car. We avoided the toll road. That's why we went through the suburb. But now we're back to back on the freeway. Typical Melbourne, Victoria freeways. This is how they are. Most of them you go 110 kilometers per hour. You can see they are written 110 kilometers per hour. But when you get outside the city, outside the city, you go for 110 kilometers per hour. Saturday morning, nice sunny day. It would be a good day to go to the beach, Max. You would think?
Maybe. I want it to be a little bit warmer, but...
Oh, warmer than this?
Yeah.
Warmer where you can't even stand on the sand?
By the water you can.
Oh, you've not seen like tiptoeing, like walking like that, Australian style.
You just wear your thumbs over that bit and stand in the water.
I know two people gave me thumbs up. I really appreciate your support. But I kind of wanted to end this live about 30 minutes ago because it's been over an hour now. But I'm like, oh, there's a thumbs up. I better get going. The thumbs up was a real morale booster. Thank you so much for Whoever gave me thumbs up, thank you so much for giving me thumbs up. It's a morale booster for me to keep on holding this phone. It's continue showing you this around. So we're outside the city. We're now in the headings. Would you call this south?
Southeast.
Yeah, southeast. Heading southeast. Southeast of Victoria. And it's a Saturday morning. And there's cars emerging onto this big lane. And we're going 100 kilometers per hour. I'm used to that. Max. I think I'm going to end this live now, and I'll start a new one once I get there. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging around. Yes.